Distinguished guests, faculty, deans, Vice Chancellor Dr. Ononga, and of course to our graduating students of this year, 2021. I bring you warm greetings for this august occasion. As the Chancellor of the Adventist University of Central Africa, I wish to congratulate our graduates for reaching this very high mark of achievement. Today, you may think that I am congratulating you only for having reached the moment of your graduation, but the truth is that the diploma which you will receive today is only evidence that you have been working on a much greater achievement throughout your time at this university. The achievement of which I speak is the result of many important decisions that you have made to facilitate this moment we have arrived at today. First, I hope that every single one of you has made the choice to dedicate your future and your heart to Jesus Christ. That is the most important decision you can ever make. No matter what other factors have played a role in your decision to attend the university, you need to know that it was God who led you here and invested in you throughout your studies. It was God who led you to make AUCA your choice to improve yourselves so that you can better serve God, your communities, and the world. That choice was like a precious seed which was watered by hard work, financial sacrifices, and even tears. For some of you, it hasn't been easy. And today, those sins have resulted in a powerful harvest of leaders in education, information technology, nursing, business, and theology. There are many sources which could have provided the information which appeared in your textbooks. But it is the process of development under the careful guidance of Jesus Christ himself that has brought you to the AUCA standard of leadership which you have achieved today. So today, I congratulate you on the choice that you have made. You choose to attend one of the most prestigious universities in Rwanda and in Africa itself. Today, you join thousands of alumni who have taken their places in many of the highest offices in corporations and government, not only here in Rwanda, but globally. Today, I congratulate you for never giving up when difficulties presented themselves, which could have kept you from developing your very best effort. Instead of settling for mediocrity and a standard of being merely good enough, during your time here, you chose to rise up to the AUCA standard. You are to be congratulated on that choice. The AUCA standard is incredibly unique. Many prestigious universities will hold graduations this year, but as Chancellor of this university, I can tell you that there is no university in the world which represents a higher standard than the AUCA standard. In the past 6 years, AUCA has supplied Rwanda and the world with over 3,000 leaders who are serving at the highest levels in many capacities in government, business, education, technology, medicine, and the church. AUCA graduates are known to be performers of the highest quality in the government of Rwanda, including several members of parliament. AUCA graduates are holding the highest responsibilities in maintaining the technology infrastructure, in what has become one of the most technologically sophisticated nations on the continent. AUCA graduates are excelling in business, with graduates leading in banks and as entrepreneurs. Within the church, AUCA graduates have been called to serve as pastors, as presidents of fields, unions, and even a division of the General Conference of Seventh-day Adventists. There is much more that I can say regarding the impact that has resulted from the history of excellence that always exists among the graduates from this school. But the most important thing that I want you to remember is that while many universities call their students to rise to the level of academic excellence, the AUCA standard produces leaders who go to even greater heights. At AUCA, we agree that if something is worth doing, it is worth doing well. If you will not seek excellence in whatever you do or whatever you are doing, then you had better just leave it and find your excellence wherever you can decide to put forth your very best effort with the skills that God has given to you. A life which is lived by the standard of mediocrity is a life which is only half lived, or even something less than that. The thousands of AUCA graduates who have gone before you worked hard to succeed in the positions of trust that they have earned. Thousands of people will be entrusting their lives to the skills and intelligence of our nurses. Communities and nations will depend on the creativity and insight of our business leaders and IT leaders. Thousands of families will choose to trust their futures to the compassionate leadership of our educators. And perhaps even millions will find hope for eternity as our theologians teach them to place their trust in God. Those who graduate from AUCA understand that the standards are high because the stakes are high. That's why excellence is always expected from graduates of AUCA. Even so, I want you all to know that AUCA is a university which stands for much more than academic excellence. You see, as graduates of AUCA, you are also part of God's plan for growth, healing, and redemption in this world. AUCA graduates are working in high offices in business, education, and government, building Rwanda into a leading nation within Africa and on the world stage. Students come here not only to seek personal excellence, but to be a part of how God is raising up Rwanda and the rest of the continent to a standard which surprises the world today. Today, what the world needs is not mere academic and technical excellence, but it also needs redemption. AUCA graduates are leaders who are well equipped to provide redemptive hope wherever they may go. Graduates today, you are being initiated into a great heritage of leadership, which will bring forth a better tomorrow for Rwanda and for the world. I have mentioned that the AUCA standard include academic excellence, as well as the ability to be a leader who can redeem things and make them better than they ever were before. Both of these aspects are very important, but the world is full of people who have both of them. By themselves, they tell an impressive story of high standards, but the AUCA standard requires yet another level of leadership, which I will describe from the story of David, which is found in the book of 1 Samuel, chapter 16 and 17. David was a young man of intelligence, and though his experience as a shepherd, it was clear that he was a creative leader who knew how to take care of and even improve the things which he was responsible for. David never lost his sheep, even if he had to fight a lion or a bear. David was able to redeem everything that was placed into his hand. But even with those qualities, no one expected much more from him beyond the ordinary future of anyone else. Even his brothers and his father seemed to be convinced that he would never do anything that could matter. Some of you may have people in your life who are not expecting anything out of the ordinary from you. They are expecting you to work and earn a good living. Perhaps, and that is indeed something to be proud of. But God's destiny for David involved something that most people are unwilling to claim because they are not committed to the standard of excellence of character that is required. It is the courageous commitment to extraordinary service which we all require. This is the third element of the AUCA standard. At the time that David was anointed, no one knew that he would become the greatest king who would ever grace the throne of that nation. And the degree that you are receiving today also cannot reveal the true greatness of your destiny. The story of your true value is only revealed by the way that you choose to bless the lives of people and communities after this commencement is completed. David was anointed to be a king at a time when no one but God could see his true potential. Today, your degrees are a kind of anointing which are inviting you to join the ranks of those who are leading your nations to heights of greatness. But David did not try to take the easy path to success, even though he was anointed to be the next king. He did not wait for anyone to give him an opportunity that he had not yet proven that he could earn. In chapter 17, we see David taking simple opportunities to serve others rather than seeking to be served himself. It was while David was bringing supplies to his brothers who were soldiers in the army of Israel that he heard the threats of a giant named Goliath against the people of God. David could have left the giant to those who were supposed to be responsible to fight. But where others were afraid, David saw an irresistible opportunity to serve his God and his people at a higher level. David understood that his destiny of greatness was not to be found in this title, but in his trust in God and his willingness to serve. Rising to the AUCA standard means weighing each moment not for the ease, comfort, and prestige that it can bring to you, but for the ordinary level of excellence with which you can serve, even in difficult circumstances. The standard is about a desire to demonstrate courage rather than to seek comfort. Instead of running away from challenges, AUCA leaders run toward them. That's interesting. Confident that in them they will find the secrets of a life that is truly extraordinary. Even among the most well-educated, this level of courage is not guaranteed. AUCA has provided you a heritage which will be an advantage as you seek to fulfill your destiny to become an extraordinary leader. But the courage that you need to face the giants that are breathing out threats against you and your world can only be found through a trust that is greater than your fear. It is a trust that is inspired by love for God and love for your fellow man. Today I challenge you to find your destiny among those who have made the choice to never settle for less than the extraordinary. Live your life to the AUCA standard. The Bible tells us in Proverbs 3 verse 5 to trust in the Lord with all your heart and do not trust in your own understanding. In all your ways, acknowledge Him, and He will direct your path. You have followed an excellent path, and today we honor your achievement. As Chancellor of the University, I call on you now to fulfill your AUCA heritage by going beyond the standard of excellence and taking on the greater challenges. With God's help, you will prove what we already have seen in you today, that you are a leader who is truly extraordinary. This is the AUCA standard, and may the degree which you receive today be a constant reminder of the extraordinary destiny that awaits you. May God bless you all.